Welcome to my channel, B4ll4ll, where we talk about football and football only. So, Champions League. There were some very interesting games. I made some quarterfinal predictions on my TikTok, and I got a 50% pass rate. Yeah, that's not so bad, is it? Most of the time, that's a pass in most cases. The games that didn't go my way, I was shocked, but I wasn't too shocked. I made some bold predictions, and most of them came true. And some of the other ones, I was like, fair enough. It wasn't as bad as Opa Meccano's defending against Man City. Oh my goodness, that guy, every time I watch him, he's poor. But whenever I don't watch him, he's the best centre-back in the world. It's a funny thing that I guess it just must be me. But let's get into these predictions.
Bayern all day long. Bayern just have that European pedigree that Man City just do not have. Haaland or no Haaland.
I thought that Man City were going to get run over by Bayern, because Bayern obviously have that pedigree and history in the Champions League. But I got that completely wrong, because Bayern were playing like Burnley, and not the good Burnley, like the old Burnley that played rugby. Absolutely out of their rhythm. But sacking Nagelsmann obviously showed, because Thomas Tuchel has had a horrible time. He's been out of every single competition since he took over. They can't score and they can't stop conceding goals. It's a terrible shame for Bayern. By the end of the day, Man City played their clinical best, absolutely ran the show in both legs. Obviously, Haaland missed the penalty, but he stepped up and still got another goal, because he's just a quality striker. That's a sign of a good striker. Whenever you miss or make a mistake, you forget it and you go again. So that's great to see.
I'd love to see Chelsea lose like 6-0, but it's not going to be happening.
The Chelsea game, I wasn't too surprised. I predicted Madrid to go through, but Chelsea, I knew that Chelsea weren't going to get beat like 3 and 4-0 and stuff like that. Even though they're poor, they always find a way to play well in the Champions League, as their history has shown. By the end of the day, Frank Lampard, terrible. Real Madrid just controlled the game and played like champions, you know what I mean? Like, just like people who have been there, because they've been there and they've done that. So I'm not really too surprised.
It's going to be Benfica. Benfica have been absolutely fantastic this Champions League.
Or Inter, I put my hand up. My mistake. I thought you guys were going to make, make the mistake and not come through. But Benfica let me down, because obviously the way Benfica were playing in the Champions League and playing in their league, I thought they're going to absolutely batter Inter Milan, which I got completely wrong. Absolutely wrong. Actually, Inter were the ones that battered them. Obviously, in the second leg, we saw how good Benfica were when they came back to draw 3-3.
I can see an upset coming here with AC Milan actually going through over Napoli.
But I said that AC Milan were going to defeat Napoli, because Napoli have been fantastic all season. However, they don't have that Champions League history. This was actually their first ever quarterfinal in their history. And AC have been there and they've done that. Of course, the players they have now are not used to winning Champions League and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I just knew that Inter were going to do it. Sorry, I just knew that AC were going to do it. Leao was fantastic over both legs. But let's relax. Kvaratskhelia is still better than him this season, because he's been fantastic all season. But the Champions League is a competition that doesn't really pay you any favor. Just because you've been good all season doesn't matter. It's about what you do on the day. And Napoli were just not good over both legs. Obviously, they're going to go back at home to give their fans something to cheer. But yeah, people can say, oh, there was no awesome man, but listen, you can't rely on one player alone to do things. But anyway, that's my predictions done. Obviously, I'm going to do my semi-final predictions very soon, so stay tuned. If you subscribed, thank you very much, and I appreciate all your support and your likes. If you haven't subscribed, get subscribing. By the end of the day, hit the comment section, let me know what you thought, and let me know who you thought was going to go through as well. And yeah, B4ll4ll, I am out.